Talking to Tom Curran, NBC Sports Boston. Do you think Bailey Zappe would do any better?
That's a great question. I don't think Bailey Zappe is nearly as good a quarterback, but given that Mac is actively making the team worse with some of the mistakes that he's made and continues to make, not just in snapshots, but continually making through the first 4 losses, I think it would be kind of one of those, all right, you know what? Come on over here, take a blow. Let's just reset, and we're going to let Bailey play here. And people here in New England have said, well, if you do that, it's over. It's over with Mac. You can't do that. I'm like, why?
Yeah,
it's not
why?
like you're benching Dan Marino or Joe Burrow or, Patrick Mahomes after a few games. He does not have the backlog of reverence that those players should earn. And I think that does say to the rest of the locker room, if you put Mac, on the sidelines and say, once you get your stuff straight, we'll let you go back in. I think some of the teammates would say, well, kind of about time. We love Mac and we do know he's better than Bailey, but we just can't keep turning the ball over. There's got to be a consequence.
Tom, big picture, go back to the beginning where you said it's as bleak as it's ever been since you've been covering this team back to the 90s here. What do you think? I know what I think. What do you think of all the Belichick slander from your angry radio callers? I mean, you've heard it on other shows. I'm sure you've heard it on your show. Obviously, sports talk radio is a unique beast, and it doesn't necessarily speak for every fan. But some of it is just like, really? Like get a clue, people. I mean, yes, they're bad right now, but it was all Brady. And I hate the Belichick or Brady debate, but just some of this just seems so ridiculous.
Yeah, but I engage in a level of it too, because I have to analyze the team to a large extent. The Patriots went from 2012 when they drafted Chandler Jones and Dante Hightower through really now. I mean, Kyle Duggar's a good player.
Christian Gonzalez, Keon White have played well when they've been healthy. Sure.
Yeah, but that's like the last 15 minutes.
No,
we'll
I
see
get
how
it.
they look. Isaiah Wynn looked good. So 2000 to 2009 was Bill. 2010 to 2019 was Tom. It's that simple. You look at that team that started 8-0 in 2019 and then finished the season 2-4. And everybody in the world said, I don't even know if Tom Brady's going to have a market out there. Why did they say that? Because they watched how he played in New England during the latter portions of that season. They said he can't do it anymore. When it was clear to anyone who was watching, all he could do was throw to James White and Julian Edelman. He had Chris Hogan. He had Ryan Izzo as his tight end. He had Philip Dorsett. He didn't have anyone around him. And I said, wherever he goes, they're going to be good. I said Tampa would win the Super Bowl in 2020 when he left, and they friggin' did, because it wasn't Brady. It was the situation that had built up around Brady.
Well, that's the problem. You can't separate coach and GM. When you have both titles, it's all on you.
Correct.
And we all agree. There isn't anyone anymore who fights the idea that the GM thing is over. Like, that ship has sailed, and the players he has not done that. He has not done the job as a GM. But
here's the thing, though, Andrew.
Yeah.
If you say he's still a good in-game coach, why are they behind 16-0 to Dallas, and 17-3 to Miami, and 22-0 to Cincinnati last year, and giving up an opening, game-opening kickoff return, 1 of 2 to the Buffalo Bills? It's like, if you can't get the team ready for 1:00 Sunday, what are we doing?
I totally agree. And if you're bringing in people to develop your young quarterback who shouldn't be offensive coordinators, see last year's staff, then what are you doing?
And I think that that's a great level of self-confidence that's probably misdirected. I think that Bill believed as strongly as anybody that 2010 to 2019 was still Bill. I mean, he was actively trying to replace Brady beginning right after the 2013 season and right on through to 2019 when he wouldn't give him a 2-year, $50 million guaranteed contract like Drew Brees. Wanted to go year to year. I mean, we'll be fine. And that's the lack of urgency that we see that I've been kind of harping on. And we'll figure it out. You're not figuring it out.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.